Previously on MasterChef Canada.
Welcome to Origin North.
A high-end restaurant challenge.
I need food now. I can't wait anymore.
Pushed the top 6 to their limit.
We need them plated now!
And an iconic Canadian treat.
This is not an easy pressure test.
Ended Pinot's MasterChef Canada journey.
It's been an honor and a pleasure.
Tonight,
Let's go.
the top 5 prepare a family reunion dinner.
And the family that you'll be cooking for is your own.
It's the most heartfelt episode in MasterChef history.
Hi, sweetheart. I missed you, Daddy.
The home cooks cook from the heart
Get him locked, get him locked.
and try desperately not to lose their heads as the top 5 become the top 4.
There's only 5 of us left. To actually be able to cook in the top 5 is unbelievable. I'm overwhelmed.
Every step that we take really proves to me how strong I am. I'm gonna give it my all today.
I'm excited for today's mystery box, but I walk in the kitchen and there's no mystery box.
We started with thousands of home cooks from all across this country. And now it's all come down to you 5.
You've gone through a lot to make it this far.
You've had to make tremendous sacrifices to be here. You've been away from your families for weeks. That's the theme of today's challenge, family. You're going to make a delicious meal inspired by family.
To make this family-style feast, we're gonna divide you into 2 teams. Each team will be responsible for a delicious family-style main dish and 2 sides.
We will be judging you on flavor, skill, and teamwork. The winning team will make it into the top 4 of MasterChef Canada. The losing team will face the next pressure test.
Marita,
Yes, Chef.
because you had the best dish in the last pressure test, we're going to give you an important choice. Who would you like to cook with today? You can choose to cook with just one partner, or you can build yourself a team of 3.
Think carefully. Group dynamics can be complicated.
Chef, I will be only picking one person today. My choice is going to be someone I know will work as fast as I can and will be on the same page as I am, and that person is Tamara.
Maybe she should pick a 3rd person, because if we do go to a pressure test, then it should be somebody that we can beat.
The 2 of us are 2 moms. Nobody knows how to cook for a family better than 2 moms who do it every day. Moms get it done.
So Tamara joins the red team, and Kayla, Eric, and Mike, you become the blue team.
I'm a little worried about Kayla and Eric getting along, but they seem to be working together better. And I'd like to think I'm a pretty good cook, too, because I'm still here, and there's only 5 of us, right?
Today, there are no captains. Everyone shares responsibility. You will have to work together to remain safe from elimination.
Marita,
Yes, Chef.
any chance that you might be second-guessing your decision at all?
Not at all, Chef. I have faith in Tamara and I have faith in myself. I think 3's a crowd, so 2 of us in the kitchen is gonna make for a nice duo.
Family-style cooking is all about cooking from the heart for people that you care about. You haven't seen your loved ones for weeks. We want you to tap into those feelings when you cook today.
But before we start, we have one more piece of crucial information.
Today, you'll be cooking for a family of 12.
Right now, I'm kind of thinking that maybe it's the judges' family. There's 3 judges, 4 people each. It makes sense, so I'm really nervous about that.
And the family that you'll be cooking for is your own. Marita, your sister, your partner, and your daughter. Tamara, your husband and 2 kids.
Hi.
Mike, your wife, Lauren. Eric, your mother, father, and grandfather. And Kayla, your mother and father are here all the way from BC.
Seeing my family,
Hi, sweetheart.
this is the best surprise the judges could have given us today.
Mama's been cooking.
I have missed my family so much. It's been heart-wrenching, and when I saw them, It just got those fires going inside of me, just making me want to work harder. This is why I'm here. It's for them.
I missed you.
It's so good to see my wife, Lauren, after so long. But at the same time, I'm like, I know I'm about to cook probably the most important meal of my life. So I got to try and keep my emotions in check. But it's like impossible, right?
So proud of you. I'm gonna cry. Oh.
So I see my mom, my dad, my grandpa,
Eric?
and it blows me away. Yeah, I really want to prove to my dad that I don't belong as an engineer and I do belong working in the kitchen.
I want to win this today for my parents. They've given me so much drive, and they've made so many sacrifices for me.
I miss you, Daddy.
I want to win this so bad for them. This is for them today.
Eric, how do you feel to see your family?
I really didn't expect them to be here, and I definitely didn't expect my grandpa to be here. He doesn't like leaving the house because he only speaks Chinese.
我歡迎 Eric MasterChef 加拿大。我諗你應該好開心 ，Eric 喺度，佢做得好好。
多謝。
Mike, how does it feel to have your wife here?
Oh, it's so good.
We're supposed to be on our honeymoon right now, so it's nice to be able to see him.
I'm an emotional wreck now, though, so...
Did you delay your honeymoon for MasterChef Canada?
Yeah, we're supposed to be in Croatia and Turkey right now, so...
Has it been worth it so far?
Yeah, it has been, Chef. Although I miss her every day.
Tamara, how is it to have your family here?
It's amazing seeing my husband and my kids, and the first thing they asked was, what's for supper? So I can't wait to cook for them today.
Now we're going to please ask you to leave during the cook.
I'm so proud of you, Kayla.
Me too.
Go get it, girl. I'm so proud of you.
Okay, good luck.
As you can see today, the stakes are very high. The winning team will make it into the top 4. The losing team will face the next pressure test. This is a challenge based on heart and teamwork. Think carefully about what you want to make and who will be doing what.
Are you ready?
Yes,
Chef.
Your 90 minutes starts now.
I don't think that there's another group of people other than your family that you want to please more with food. So this is going to be really interesting to see how passionate they are, how much heart they cook with.
I see them being inspired. Now they really want to win it.
They seem to be really teeming with energy inside of that pantry.
Very organized.
You got the peppers?
Yeah.
They're not running around. Eric has actually slowed down.
There's a whole bunch of pressure about the meal. This is for our families.
Carrots?
Need more. I'm going to be doing a braised short rib with a red wine reduction. Eric is doing a homemade egg roll.
I need pears.
And Mike is doing a butternut squash and pear soup. If we do pull it off, it's going to be awesome.
We're doing a fried chicken. It's a Pakistani curry dish. Marita is doing cassava, a boiled type of potato, and deep-fried plantains.
Fire them up.
How many onions, Kayla?
6. Team consensus, we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
A lot of teamwork in the blue team, especially, very surprisingly, between Kayla and Eric.
I need more carrots and garlic. Eric and I sometimes don't work fantastic together, but I just got to get my game face on.
I'm not worried about Kayla because her family's here. She's super pumped and super driven.
These are gorgeous, you guys.
Can you get me all the spices?
Seeing my family, I am ready to win this challenge.
I'm making the fried chicken curry from scratch. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. Curry in a hurry. I'm roasting all my spices into a curry paste. I'm really worried that I don't have enough time to make the flavors really come out like how I would at home.
Marita and Tamara could be at a potential disadvantage because there's only 2 of them in that team. If they had the 3rd person, they could be doing what the blue team is doing and having someone do a lot of the prep because they're having to cook for 12 individuals today.
You got the onions?
Yeah.
I'm getting the carrots ready.
We're working fast, efficient, and making sure the flavors are fantastic.
Kayla right now is getting the short ribs browned. We just got to make sure we get all that veg ready for it because it's got to cook in the beef fat. There's 1 bowl.
I need the ginger paste and the garlic paste.
Okay, well, let me turn down the heat.
I put the garlic and ginger in and they burn within a couple seconds. My pans are too hot and I have to start over.
There's a deep concern with Tamara right now. She burnt her curry.
I put on a 2nd pan of garlic and it does the same. It burns right off the bat. If I burn 1 little speck of it, the whole flavor of the curry will be ruined. If this next curry burns and we just serve plain chicken, honestly, I think I'm going home. Marita, this is almost done. I want you to just taste this, okay?
Oh my God, delicious.
Finally, I get it right. Thanks, Marita.
You almost ready to start braising those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making braised short ribs because it's an ode to my parents. My dad loves meat and potatoes.
Some of them you can get a bit more caramelization on one side, but the main part is getting them in there.
You don't have time to caramelize more. You gotta get that thing braising, or it's gonna be tough as nails. That amount of wine will take 20 minutes to cook down.
I hope she cooks it down before she put the lid on.
Just get them boiling, just get them boiling.
I think she's gotta get that lid on that pressure cooker. I mean, she's gonna run out of time.
We gotta close them up.
Oh, they're gonna be closed up in 5.
Well, just put a lid on it. Just get them boiling.
It looks like Kayla's having a hard time getting the pressure cooker sealed up.
That one's on, that one's not. The back 2 aren't.
Swap. No, it's
Get
hot.
them locked, get them locked, get them locked.
It's so hot. I got it.
You got it? They're good.
Kayla, you're working on the braised beef short rib?
Yes, chef.
Terrific, and this is a home favorite, obviously.
It absolutely is. I'm gonna try and elevate it.
What's in the pot right now?
We have red wine, beef stock, thyme, garlic, rosemary, onion, carrot, fennel.
Sounds delicious. Do you want to get that flavor of that wine into that beef?
Absolutely.
So you have to cook off that alcohol. I hope you've done that sufficiently.
It's gonna be reduced enough.
Time is ticking.
Thank you, chef.
Did you cook off the alcohol smell?
A little bit, not all the way.
Eric is doing Mise en place for both Kayla and Mike.
So he's the human food processor?
Yeah.
And really, he's doing the most complicated dish. Deep fried egg roll and duck fat.
Wow.
That is gonna really be tasty.
I like that. So one of my concerns here with the red team is that they're cooking cassava and plantain. Those two can be kind of bland if they're not seasoned properly.
Here, try this.
Marita gives me a little taste. Is it MasterChef Canada quality stuff? No. It's kind of yucky and bland and pasty. If Marita's gonna turn this into a restaurant quality dish, she's definitely have a lot of work in front of her.
Not everybody has tried cassava, and it's gonna be a risky dish, but my mom taught me how to do this. It's one of my favorite things.
Marita, so tell me about the theme behind this menu you're making.
We're coming up with a cried chicken, and for the starch, instead of potatoes, we're gonna do cassava and green plantain, some roasted corn with a nice chili lime butter on top.
And this is the cassava, right?
That's right.
So this is kind of a fusion menu, a little bit of Canadiana and island all mixed together?
Yes, and a little bit of Tamara and Marita as well.
This is gonna be a roasted pear and butternut squash soup with a bourbon mirepoix at the bottom. This is a soup I must have made for my wife, Lauren, like at least 20, 30 times.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, chef, how you doing?
How's your soup coming?
It's coming along. My mirepoix is almost caramelized down there. I'm getting good color, and then it's gonna get probably that whole bottle of bourbon.
A whole bottle of bourbon?
Well, it's gonna reduce right down. It's gonna get a good sweetness, and then you see the pears have been caramelized, so they're just gonna pop the skins off at the end. They're gonna get pureed with the butternut squash that's in here.
Next time, get a bigger bottle.
Well, listen, I'm really impressed with Eric right now. He's actually making handmade egg roll wrapper. I think he's doing that for his father and his grandfather.
I'm super nervous for my family and the judges to eat my egg rolls. It's a lot of people I want to impress in that room. Chef Alvin and my dad and my grandpa. I want to show that I've evolved and I really have what it takes.
Eric, you know, I see you working like a jackrabbit, but this time I see control speed, which is good. You know, you're learning. You are doing egg roll.
Yes, chef.
But don't they have ready spring roll dough in the pantry?
Oh, it's too easy then, chef.
So are you creating your own filling?
There's like just vegetables.
Yes.
Because usually we'd always have meat because my dad only eats meat. But in this circumstance, for a side dish, I think it's appropriate to have just vegetables.
He doesn't eat any vegetable at all?
No vegetables.
You're going back to your heritage, which is very important. You're doing good.
You know what? We gotta get that corn on.
Michael, Alvin, what do you think's happening in the red team right now? Look like panic is starting to settle in.
Oh, shit. This is too fresh corn. You know what? I'm just taking all the husks off.
Yeah, do it. Whatever's easy, Tamara.
Time's running out. We need to be able to at least put something on the plate.
Tomorrow's actually charring the corn on top of the burner. It's a bad idea.
Ah, that's a really bad idea.
That soot that comes off the flame is disgusting to eat.
10 minutes. You have 10 minutes left.
Very easily right now, this could all slip away from the blue team. The soup isn't really finished.
You okay?
Yeah.
Eric still hasn't started rolling his egg roll wrapper yet.
When are those egg rolls going in?
I gotta roll those out soon, man. I'm making my egg roll wrappers from scratch, and I'm definitely starting to panic. This is gonna take me longer than I thought. I don't know where the time went, and I spent way too much time helping my team. Mike, what are you working on?
Making the chips now.
That's garnished. I need the mushrooms in strips like these, the king oysters.
Okay.
One chance to impress my family, and I really don't want to let them down.
Eric?
Whoa, no, like, they need to be matchstick. This might take a while. I really want to prove to my dad that I don't belong as an engineer, and I do belong working in a kitchen. This is the only chance I have.
5 minutes. I want to see some plating.
Start putting things on our tray?
Yeah, let's go. We have to at least put something on the plate. No food means we're in a pressure test. If I have to go into a pressure test against Marita, then one of us is going home.
Final minute. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna start plating these. I need that last pressure cooker now. Come on, Eric.
Wow, these look ugly. I have to cut them in half. Can't get 12.
Okay, plate that fucking soup and we need the short ribs on.
I've just got to finish the soup. I got to season it.
10, 9,
Bring it over.
8,
Let's go.
7,
Pop it on.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads up.
Holy moly.
The home cooks have just barely managed to plate a family-style meal for their loved ones.
Last 30 seconds, I'm cutting egg rolls in half and just throwing them on the plate. It's not how I wanted to finish my plate. I wanted more garnish. I wanted with some finesse. And this is like another chance I just blew. It just really sucks.
I'm happy enough with my soup, but at this point, I should be like, this is the best friggin' soup I've ever made in my life. And I just don't know if I'm at that point because I didn't get to taste it.
The judges now join the families to sample the red team's karahi chicken, cassava and plantain with tomato relish, and roasted corn with chili lime butter. And the blue team's short ribs with parsnip chips and figs, butternut squash and pear soup, and vegetable egg rolls.
Please serve yourselves. It looks wonderful, doesn't it? Yes.
The judges will take the family's feedback into account, but ultimately, they will choose the winning team.
Right now they're tasting our food, and that is so scary.
How are you enjoying the meal?
I'm a sucker for the short ribs. The beef is one of my favorite.
Good tenderness, especially for that short amount of time. They really pulled off.
Just cut into the beef.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Very tasty. I like meat like that.
Now, how about the soup?
The soup had a lot of flavor in it.
The soup is amazing. I think that's probably what Mike made. It's one of my favorite things that he always makes.
How do you like the egg roll?
It's very good.
Wow, he doesn't eat vegetables.
Is that right?
So I need to get him here more often.
The egg roll is good. I think that it's got a lot of batter to it, but the flavors are really good inside of it.
My sister is definitely getting down on that cassava. She's probably getting down on that chicken. Cassava's kind of like sweet and buttery. That's what I love about it.
The chicken's got a lot of power to it, and it's got a lot of flavor. I love it. It's fantastic.
It's beautiful. I love the crispy skin and the sauce accompaniment. It's really nice, and I'm a sucker for cilantro.
What about the sweet corn?
Actually, I haven't got to the sweet corn yet.
Our families are probably talking about how proud they are of us.
You auditioned
I did.
to come on MasterChef Canada.
I did. I'm living vicariously through my sister right now. So her dream coming true is my dream coming true.
We'd like to give you the opportunity to thank the people who cooked this delicious meal for you today.
It's really scary walking into the dining room. I want to look at everyone's plates to see what they've eaten, but then I noticed that our corn wasn't eaten, so right away I think, oh, poop. I'm not too sure if we're gonna win this challenge or not.
I'm happy to see my family enjoy the meal and to see them experience this journey with me. But there's like a feeling inside me that just knows the egg rolls weren't perfect. I know they were probably the weakest dish. I'm just disappointed.
It's a super proud moment, but I'm worried about the soup.
Before we get back to business, we'll go back to the MasterChef Canada kitchen and give you an opportunity to say goodbye. Thank you.
Gonna miss you.
Seeing my family definitely adds added pressure. I really don't want to let them down. They've seen me get this far, and to not come home with a grand prize, it's absolutely unacceptable.
Oh, good luck, sweetie, okay?
Yeah, the whole yellow.
My husband's last words were, you're not coming home until you have the title. And today gives me motivation. Today's the first day that I actually believe that I can win.
Love you.
Love you, Papa. I love you too.
She just told me, she's like, just keep cooking. You've made it this far. Like, come on, you're so close.
Love you.
Bye, love you.
Love you.
Eric starts to cry, and I did not expect that from him. So it was a very cool moment to see him have emotion.
How did it feel to cook for your families after all these weeks?
Absolutely amazing.
Amazing chef.
Amazing chef.
Well, you did an amazing job. They were impressed and very proud of you. And so were we. We've tasted all your dishes and got plenty of feedback. Now we need a moment to discuss.
It's a very tough one. Yeah, there were some standouts on both sides, but...
2 negatives, 1 in each camp. But you take those 2 negative ones out.
They almost can't stay if they really... It's a level playing field right now.
This is getting really hard.
This is gonna be a tough decision, guys. I'm torn. This was so damn close. Let's do it.
This was the toughest decision we had to make so far on MasterChef Canada. Both teams did an outstanding job.
Red team, your corn was not quite cooked enough, but everything else was delicious. Your spicy fried chicken thighs was a hit with all the families.
Blue team, you knocked it out of the park with your short ribs. Everyone's family was raving about them. In fact, we had positive comments on all your dishes. But you clearly ran out of time on the egg rolls. The filling was delicious, but the dough was a little too thick. Eric, we know you'll be very hard on yourself about this, but you ran into trouble because you were helping your teammates. It was an amazing collaboration. And just so that you know, your family loved the egg rolls. In fact, you even got your dad to eat vegetables.
Wow.
Good job.
You all did yourselves proud, but one team had a slight edge with their presentation and flavors. And that team was the red team.
Congratulations, Merida and Tamara.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
You're safe from elimination and automatically have a place in the final 4. Blue team, that is something that you will have to fight for in the upcoming pressure test.
Honestly, going into another pressure test is frightening. I don't wish it on anybody. It's torture.
Every time you face a pressure test, it's always the same thing, stress, right?
Red team, please take off your aprons and head up to the gallery.
Thank you.
This next pressure test will take you back to the world of the professional kitchen.
You'll be making one of the most popular restaurant dishes in North America, and something every chef should know how to execute flawlessly. A stunning New York strip steak. Cooked to a perfect medium rare, seared and seasoned on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside.
But there is something missing. Hand-cut frites. Hot, crispy, and perfectly seasoned.
Steak Frites, a classic French bistro dish. But don't race to your stations yet. Steak Frites needs one more thing. A rich, delicious side of Bernes Sauce. The perfect accompaniment to steak.
So this is what we expect. A medium rare steak, perfect crispy frite, and a flawless Bernes sauce. 3 exacting elements, 1 delicious dish. But this challenge is not just about achieving the right flavors. It's about managing your time. This delicious trio must all come together at precisely the same moment. Hot and ready for us to taste.
Very difficult.
At your stations, you'll find state-of-the-art equipment. Everything you need to cook the perfect steak frite and a Bernes sauce.
Are you ready?
Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Your 40 minutes starts now.
I can't go home because I love steak and frites. The thing that I go out on, I can't eat for the rest of my life, and I don't know how I'll live without steak and frites, so.
This is one of the most difficult dishes to actually master because there's absolutely no room for error.
You've got to cut perfect fries. They have to be the exact size. The judges are going to look at each individual fry to make sure they're all precise.
I noticed Kayla is cutting her potatoes almost with a laser precision. You should have every single potato cut the same size to get even perfect cooking. You do the first frying at a low temperature. Finally, you finish with deep frying at a higher temperature. It's actually one of the most difficult components in that dish.
Kayla, which component are you most worried about right now?
The frites.
Why's that?
Because I've never made frites before. They're blanched and they're ready to get put in.
You sure they're cooked enough?
Yes, chef, they will be. They'll be perfect for you guys.
Why are you making your Bernes off the heat?
I'm actually off on, so I don't scramble the eggs.
What happens if you scramble this?
I'm screwed.
Good luck.
Thank you, chef.
You have 30 minutes left. Eric.
Chef.
Perfect steak, crispy frit, and Bernes sauce. Which one's the hardest for you?
The Bernes sauce is definitely the hardest. I cook steak all the time. I'm pretty confident with steak. Frites is frites.
Chinese are famous for making things very crispy. Crispy pork skin, crispy duck skin. So you better do well on this, okay?
Me too.
Because I will be looking out for this. Are you confident?
I'm pretty confident with this one. It beats a dessert, for sure.
Good luck.
Thank you, chef.
Good cooking.
If you don't know how to make a Bernes sauce, you simply cannot call yourself a chef on any level. You have to whip those eggs up and slowly add the butter. It's a volatile sauce. If you add too much butter too quickly to the egg yolks, it can break on you very easily.
15 minutes remaining.
I set up my white wine and my white wine vinegar, cut up my shallot, get a big hunk of tarragon in there. That is going to be the acid base of my Bernes sauce.
Mike, steak frites and Bernes sauce.
Yeah.
Which of that trio is going to give you the most difficulty?
It's usually always the Bernes, isn't it?
Smells nice.
Thank you.
So what's the biggest concern with the Bernes?
That doesn't split on me. I know it's a small window before I get it up to you, gentlemen.
If you do split it, do you know how to fix it?
Usually I will do it with running a little bit of the hot water down the side of the bowl and incorporating that slowly and just like whisking vigorously. I'm just hoping that holds up.
Watch the time, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
That's a smart move. He's adding a little bit of water to it.
But he's done that 4 or 5 times now.
So you might liquefy the whole thing and turn it into a soup.
Time management and being fast isn't my two fortes in the kitchen.
The one thing that he should be concentrating on is the steak, which is the star of this meal.
I just have to make sure that Bernes sauce does not split and hope for the best.
A perfect Bernes is nothing without the perfect steak.
You have 10 minutes left.
Eric's basting is flawless. It's amazing. He's cooking that steak like a professional chef.
Steak goes in, and I'm just praying it's getting a good sear. I hear the sizzle, so that's a good sign. Like music to my ears.
I look down at what should be my hot skillet, and the friggin' pan isn't searing hot. And like that's rule number 1 for your steak. You want like a searing hot pan. So I'm kind of in the weeds at this point about my steak. So I'm thinking, put it in the oven. The oven's at 325 right now. If you give it 5 minutes in there, it should cook all the way through.
Mike has his steak now in the oven.
The steak's not thick enough to be in an oven. I would have it on top of the stove where you can see it, watch it carefully.
I'm basting the steak with butter, and all I'm thinking is do not freaking overbaste this steak.
5 minutes remaining. Get those fries in the basket, guys.
Oh my God, I am so stupid. I put my fries in the 300-degree fryer, not the 375. They're not bubbling.
If one thing could sink Kayla, it's going to be her fries. She is behind everybody, and if she doesn't really pull it together, I honestly think she's going home.
The home cooks are racing to finish a classic bistro dish, steak frite with Bernes sauce. The person with the weakest dish will be going home.
Final 2 minutes. You should be plating.
There's only 3 components on the plate. They all have to be perfect. Everything has to kind of come together in harmony in order to be a delicious experience. Otherwise, you're gonna have cold frites, hot steak, Bernes sauce, which is thick and gloopy. You don't want that.
3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Time's up, and I'm like, yes, got it all down. It was really close to get those fries down, but I'm actually feeling pretty good about it.
I have no idea how my steak is cooked on the inside. It could be raw, it could be overcooked. I'm not overly confident right now. I don't know if I've done enough to make it to the top 4.
I finished everything. My sauce tastes great, my fries are perfect, and I believe my steak's a perfect medium rare. I can't go home. I really can't.
It's time to taste your steak frite and find out who will be leaving the MasterChef Canada Kitchen. Please bring your plates to the front. Kayla, we asked for steak to be cooked perfect, medium rare. What am I going to see when I cut your steak open?
Nice and crisp on the outside and a beautiful medium rare on the inside.
You're confident of that?
Never too confident.
It certainly is a little darker on the outside than I might expect.
Okay.
That is a nicely cooked medium rare steak.
Yes.
See it quite nicely? It's a little dark in some areas, which would lead me to believe maybe the pan was a little too hot.
Yes, chef.
But the cook is perfect medium rare. The difference of color from the searing from the outside edge to a richer, deeper pink as it moves to the center. Beautiful.
Thank you, chef.
It's very, very good. The seasoning is spot on also.
Thank you, chef.
I was very concerned that you were putting too much on.
Kayla,
Hi, chef.
you happy?
I'm very happy with my steak and my Bernes.
These French fries? Try one. What do you think?
I think they're cooked. I think they need more color on the outside, though.
I definitely agree with you that it needs a lot more sun, I think.
Looking at my fries, all I'm thinking is, where is my purse? I need my bronzer right now. These fries are pasty.
I would pay for that.
Thank you
It's
so much.
delicious. It's well balanced, great acidity. How did you master a Bernes in 1 hour? You made it before?
Third time's a charm. This is my third time, but I eat a lot of it, so I know what it's supposed to taste like.
It took me hundreds of times to master the basic, humble hollandaise sauce, which is the mother of this sauce. And you've done that 3 times.
Thank you, chef.
Had you nailed the fries, you'd probably have one of the best steak frites with Bernes that I've ever had. It's so close.
Yes, chef.
So, Eric, what am I going to see when I cut your steak open?
Perfect medium rare, chef.
That's pretty confident. Glistening, beautiful, very nice.
Thank you, chef.
A nice sear on the steak on the outside and all the way around. See the color differences around the edge as it comes to the center. It is much darker and richer pink. Perfect.
Thank you, chef.
And very nicely seasoned. That's about as good as it gets on a steak.
Eric, looks very impressive. If that came to me in a restaurant, I would be a happy man.
Thank you, chef.
French fries, that's nice. That's consistency. That's uniform. But then we're the crispy expert, right?
Yes, chef.
I can basically almost, hear the crunch. I would give this a very good pass.
Thank you, chef.
Maybe a bit more.
When this dish is made properly, it has complete harmony. There's nowhere to hide, though, here. I'm talking about fries, steak, and a sauce. What happened here?
I don't know, chef.
It's very thick.
You could even pour the Bernes sauce out. It's not Bernes sauce, it's Bernes mayonnaise.
It would really suck if I just went home and disappointed my family.
I hope it tastes better than it looks.
Me too, chef.
I am taking the biggest breath. I think I have a good chance to win this challenge.
At this point, I'm thinking my sauce could definitely send me home.
Mike?
Boy, hey, chef.
We asked for steak to be cooked perfect, medium rare. Is that what I'm going to find when I cut into the steak?
I sure hope so, chef. Oh, God. It's blue. As soon as Michael cut into that, I'm like, I'm going home for sure.
That is not medium rare.
No.
Mike's steak is still mooing.
It's really tough, but Mike could be going home on a blue steak.
I just didn't get the sear I needed on it before it got in the oven there.
You were the only one that took it to the oven.
Yeah.
Do you think it was in the oven and out of your mind?
No, usually, like, if I get a good sear in a skillet and 5 minutes in the oven at 325 will usually do it right for me, but I just didn't have the residual heat going into the oven.
Nicely seasoned, though.
Thank you.
Very nicely seasoned. Are you happy with the result?
I'm really kicking myself over that steak.
I would be too.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Chef.
French fries? What do you think about them?
There's a bit of couple uneven cuts there, Chef. It would have been nice if I had a moment to definitely pick out some of the couple larger scragglers got in there.
But French fries taste pretty good. Crispy, soft, right consistency, nice size.
Chef.
How are you?
Had better afternoons for sure. That blue steak, there's no excuse. That cow's still mooing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a perfect medium rare, but it is a perfect rare, which is not a bad thing for some people who like rare meat. The Bernes now. Nice consistency.
Thank you, Chef.
I like the shine to it. It's beautiful. This looks pretty textbook.
I made a few Berneses in my time.
Well, I like the way it coats the back of the spoon, which is one of the tests for all apprentices when they make a Bernes, and it coats it beautifully. How does it taste? It's delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
Everyone worked hard to deliver in this challenge. Unfortunately, we have to send at least one of you home. We need a moment to discuss. There was definitely some high points, but there's unfortunately a few low points there.
You got one really bad steak,
Yep.
and one really bad French fry, and one really bad sauce. So,
Everyone had 2 out of 3 elements perfectly done. Right now, I feel so sick. It's anyone's game at this point. It really is.
Bernes is the most difficult component on that dish.
Yeah,
It was like wallpaper paste.
Yeah.
This is going to be very tricky, guys.
So we know what we have to do.
This classic bistro dish had 3 challenging elements. We were looking for a flawless medium rare steak, perfect crispy fries, and a velvety Bernes. All of you nailed at least one component of the dish, and one of you nailed most of it. That person was Kayla. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Your steak and perfect Bernes gave you the edge. Please take off your apron and join the other top 4 finalists in the gallery.
Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Good job. Mike and Eric, your plates were a little less consistent. Mike, your steak was undercooked. But your fries were decent, and your Bernes beautiful. Glossy and perfectly balanced. Eric, your fries were the best of the bunch. Your sauce was the worst. And your steak was cooked perfectly to order.
While every element of Steak Frites is important, the steak is the jewel in the crown. And I think you both know what that means.
For sure, Chef.
Mike, you're going home today because of your steak.
Yeah, for sure. Get on, bud.
Eric, head upstairs. You're top 4 finalists of MasterChef Canada. Congratulations.
Thank you, chefs. Feels good to make it this far, but top 4 still isn't enough.
Mike, you postponed your honeymoon to come to the MasterChef Canada Kitchen, and I hope the experience you gained here was worth it.
It was, Chef.
Your best moments in this competition were when you tapped into your instincts and cooked the kind of delicious food that you make at home. It became clear earlier today that your inspiration is your beautiful wife.
Thanks, Chef.
You've made her very proud, and you've shown the entire country that you're a great cook and a great guy.
Thanks.
Come up and say goodbye, Mike.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
You did a great job.
Thank you. Thanks, Chef. Thanks, Chef.
Mike, you did an
It's a
amazing
pleasure
job
meeting
today.
you.
Likewise.
Thousands of people tried out for the show. 50 of us made it.
Nice to see you coming out on top.
Thank you. 5 out of thousands of people. It's still pretty badass. I know my wife and my parents will be quite proud, and I know it's not the end of my story. I love cooking, and I want to keep cooking for sure.
Mike,
Yeah, Chef.
who will be the first MasterChef Canada?
Chefs, for being only 21, Eric blows me away, but I gotta say, Tamara, I don't think she can be stopped.
Congratulations. You are the top 4 finalists in MasterChef Canada. You should be very proud. It's only going to get tougher.
Yes, Chef.
Yes, Chef.
Go get some rest.
Thank you,
Thank
Chef.
you, Chef.
On the next episode of MasterChef Canada, the top 4 face a huge mystery box and one of the toughest critics in the world.
Oh my God! Please welcome Joe Bastianich.
And a surprise twist sends 2 home.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
And 2 to the finale that will crown Canada's first MasterChef.
This was a very difficult decision.